So I'm just gonna rapid fire this intro just because across the street there's a whole group cutting down a big tree, and they've been doing this since 8 o'clock in the morning, and right now it's only 10 to 4. So yeah, this is good. This is going on my nerves. It's going for like 8 hours, so that's why I just kind of want to cut to the chase and get through all the normal stuff that we have in sectors 1 through 4. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I apologize if I'm a little bit more quieter in the battles. I mean, we were recording these at around like 4:30 in the morning, and we were kind of recording Steelitator and Paraliton alongside Paralitro, so that's probably why I'm going to be not as excited or jumpy as I usually am. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. This one was quite fun to do, and yeah, battles were quite interesting, I should say. We got a pretty cool final out of it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So I'm just going to start this quickly by talking about Paralitro's design. I quite like it. It brings over a lot of the aspects that I complimented Paraliton for, and that's the pattern. And it's also got that nice red tail that Paraliton had as well. It's doubling down a little bit. I don't really like the design all too well. I mean, for an Enkintrosaurus, this is pretty underwhelming. So we were having a good streak of designs, and this is kind of the first one where I'm kind of disappointed just because it's got that little like patch of spikes on like the hip area. So that's not something I'm too pleased about. Anyway, in terms of stats, Paraliton will be bringing 7,425 health to the table, 1875 attack, 109 speed, 40% armor, 5% crit, and 125 critical damage. So this isn't too bad for a sauropod. I didn't really expect too much in terms of attack, especially when Paralitro is going to be bringing some abilities to help back that up only slightly. But I mean, this is pretty much what I expected to see from a build like this. So let's get on over to Sector 2. So I did mention in Sector 1 how Paralitro had abilities to help back up that pretty bad attack stat, and it does have a few. It's got Group Resilient Strike, it's bringing over Group Fortifying Impact, Bellowing Shielded Advantage, Payback Wounding Rampage, swap in Shattering Wound, Ferocious Counter Healing Strike, so that's always nice, and then Invincible Afflicting Lockdown. So yeah, this thing is basically a wild card of wild cards. It's got that pretty Chungus Group Fortifying Impact from Sinsatomoth. It's also got Bellowing Shielded Advantage, which is not terrible, but that's just like asking for that's just asking for an Apex hybrid to abuse that to hell. Payback Wounding Rampage being a cooldown of 1 is nuts. I would have thought that'd be cooldown of 2. Especially with Ferocious Counter Healing Strike kind of doing the work. And then as if that couldn't get any worse, Invincible Healing Lockdown just, not only does it pin the opponent and afflict them, but it also heals your entire health bar back. And for something like this is pretty crazy. To my knowledge, Paralitro has DOT immunity as well as armor reduction immunity, which is quite nuts. And it's also got pretty high distraction resistance. So yeah, as you can tell, this is not really a unique I'm excited for per se, but this is just such a weird kit for something like this to have. I mean, Apatoceratops was already kind of pushing it, but this is just, wow, not fun at all. I could see a lot of people being annoyed with this, not even just for being strong, but just being annoying. Anyway, let's get on over to Sector 3 to check out its matchups. You know what, credit where credit is due. I will say that they've been really consistent in the parent and child, I guess, quote unquote, component accuracy, and Paralitro is kind of doubling down on Paraliton's pretty balanced matchup spreads. I mean, it's not really looking too impressive when you look at 25 and 0. I mean, it's kind of getting dogged on by a lot of the major legendaries and uniques in the meta, and it's only beating like what, maybe 2 to 3 potentially noteworthy creatures in uniques. That would be Titanotarchus, Ovinloth, Moloch, and Bariosaurus. Everything else is just kind of manageable right now. So, like when you remove Pantherator, Sarcomantarix, Ampilorex, and Rebirth Rex, you just kind of got a list that's really, really bad to look at. So, despite having what seems to be a very strong kit, it just seems like Paralitro is missing something, and that's just something I can't really shake off because I don't know what. I just think that the meta has gotten to a point where it's doing a really good job at having one class be really good at that class it's selected in, instead of trying to be this like jack of all trades that it's just like the master of none. So I'm not really too proud of this. Paralitro, when we tested it, was pretty underwhelming, so I guess I can kind of see where this is coming from. But I guess without further ado, I'm just going to have to conclude on Sector 4. Yeah, so I'm not really too impressed with this one, both design-wise and I guess just kind of mechanically how it works. For that reason, I'm going to be giving it a 2.5 out of 5 in synergy, 4 out of 5 in head-to-head, 3.5 out of 5 in fun. I actually probably will bump that down to like a 2.5 out of 5 now that I'm thinking about it. Plug and play, I mean, I guess 4 out of 5. I mean, if you really just need the tank, but now that I'm also thinking about it, you could probably bump that down to a 3. And then adjustment likelihood, probably a 1. In terms of boost, can't talk. In terms of a boost profile, I'll be giving it 1521, which gives you 11,200 health, 3,000 attack, and 113 speed. God, I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Paralitro. This is one of those hybrids where I'm like really confused on because I feel like it needs something, or it just needs to stick to one class and be really good at that class because it's kind of trying to do everything at once. It's not really doing well for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you think of this, and let's get on over to the fight. Okay, so he's bringing this in. This is so annoying to fight. I'm just realizing how much of a pain in the ass it's gonna be. Okay. Oh, bellowing shielded advantage. That's gonna be fun. This thing just seems super weak. I have no idea how to describe it. It feels like its kit looks extremely strong on paper, but I'm kind of going up against this thing like for the past like 3 rounds, and it's not really doing much. It's just kind of like stalling and then hitting me back like periodically, and it's like I'm doing more damage to it than it's doing to me, kind of a thing. I don't know if it's the resistances that needs tuning or if it's just the abilities. It just does not seem finished. Like, I really don't know how to describe it. Once players get their hands on it, I feel like they're gonna recognize what I'm trying to say a little bit better. I really don't want it to gain its health back. Pretty sure this thing has heal reduction immunity as well, which is really, really stupid on something like this. I really disagree. Okay, finally bringing this out. Dude, the mirror matches with this thing are going to be horrendous because both of you can't swap. So that's also something I really am concerned about, because if 2 players are locked in a Paralitro match, you really can't do nothing about it unless one of you like force concedes. And knowing how stubborn this community is in terms of like mirror matches, there's going to be that one person that stays, like that sticks it through the end. So you're just going to have like a 25-minute fight of just these 2 like knuckleheads going at it. I am not a fan of that whatsoever. I really do not think it needed, like, the pin. I think that was a little too much. I personally would have gone for, like, rejuvenate on escape or something. At least if you want to keep, okay, if you want to keep the full healing, which I still disagree with, but whatever, I guess. If you want to keep it, just give it rejuvenate on escape or something. Like, you do not need to have, like, the pin and afflict on top of that to seal the deal. That is just something extremely dumb, in my opinion. Not something I agree with whatsoever, because like their whole point recently has been to like negate the effects of like these insanely long mirror matches, and they've been successful to a degree. I mean, we saw this in Con Catalog, but now we're seeing it again with Paralitro, and it just like I can already see the angry threads of people just commenting, yo, this has wasted like 30 minutes of my time. Like, oh my god. And it's got like swap in shattering wound as well, which is really off-putting for something like this. Like, I would not have expected that. Like, I get what they're trying to go for, but it just seems like it's trying to do so much at once. If you want to make it like fierce, literally just have it shatter shields and like maybe have a bleed move or something. You don't need like all this like extra bellowing shielded advantage. Resilient strike is just kind of there. Like group fortifying impact as well kind of does nothing. It's just like a chungus ass ability. And you've got like payback wounding rampage being like the only meaningful thing in the kit, which is also annoying. Like that, like this itself has just taken about like 2 to 3 minutes to accomplish. Yeah, like it's just not hitting as hard. Literally, the only abilities carrying it in the kit are the counter and payback, wounding, rampage. That's it. Like, advantage isn't really doing much for it because it's already bulky, so it's just kind of like serving as a stall move. Group fortifying impact does absolutely nothing to benefit you except giving you like your like attack stat back, which is, you know, you're already running on pretty low attack to begin with, so that's not going to do much. I mean, if anything, your heal is going to be contributing more over the course of a match, like your counter attack. But oh my god. And then it's got like Resilient Strike there. I don't even think it's group. No, it is a group. So you've got like Resilient Strike there doing nothing. It's just purely cosmetic. You've got Group Fortifying Impact, which does nothing in terms of damage, heals nothing in terms of health. Pretty much just it gets outshadowed. Yeah, there it is. Armor reduction menu. Pretty much gets outshadowed by the counterattack because this is consistent. You've got Shielded Advantage, which is good, I guess, for a destabilizing stall move. But again, I mean, you're shattering shields to begin. It's a good ability. I'll say that. It's a good ability. Now I'm thinking about it a little bit more. And you've got Payback, Wounding, Rampage, which is Act Last. I feel like that's really out of touch because the damn thing is already pretty slow to begin with. But and then you've just got like Swap and Shattering Wound, which does really nothing. Like if you wanted to double down on, not that I'm trying to give you ideas, but like just give it Swap and Armored Wound in that case. So like Swap and Shattering Wound is just so weird, especially with everything being like highly resistant to bleed nowadays. So God forbid Monkey on Dactylus were to get DOT resistance. Oh my god, that finally took like forever. I'm just not a fan of this thing at all. Okay, so he's 2-0 up. Oh no, I've got a point, never mind. Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, this is what, our 6th match with it, and it's just getting slapped around by everything. Like, Nikto and, what is it, Mutadon are hard carrying this meta. D-Rex just kind of, you know, touches it as well. I mean, like, is it that hard to just make like a D-Rex killer? Like, come on, bro. We've had such good potential. Like, creatures that should be able to kill D-Rex just don't do it, even though it's incredibly obvious, and I don't know why they don't double down on it. So that's, like, I guess the only frustrating thing in my opinion. Oh my god, this is taking forever. What was I saying? Like, it's not that hard to kill D-Rex. I know that's shocking to hear, but making a D-Rex killer isn't really the hardest thing to do nowadays, because you can just slap on a like passive distraction ability and you're already in a good spot to kill D-Rex, because D-Rex can't cleanse distraction outside of its counterattack. You can daze, but again, you kind of want to stay in the match because running is just only going to screw you more, in my opinion. So you want daze, you want a passive distraction ability, you want like some form of dodge to back it up, because even while distracted, D-Rex can still hit you incredibly hard. So if you have daze, or not even daze, if you don't even need the daze, you just need like a passive distraction ability and dodge, and you're already in the hot seat to kill D-Rex. I mean, Paralitro, in my opinion, should have gotten stun immunity. That way it's a little bit of a better killer against Monkey on Dactylus. It just seems like to me the only way to kill it is if you don't resist like the already incredibly low stun chance. So, like, I'm just kind of disappointed. They're not really taking the obvious routes to handle the rest of the meta. I really don't get why people say that unique is the healthiest meta right now. It just seems like to me there's, like, everything is lopsided. You've got one side of the spectrum that's incredibly OP. Like there's a hierarchy, absolutely, where you have like the top 8 uniques just in their rank. Not even the top 8, like literally the top 5 are the most dominant right now. And you've got like 3 that are borderline, which is like Aquiraptor maybe, but again, it just kind of cries against something with like shield or armor increase. You've got Ovenloff and Moloch, which is, I'd say, pretty good. And then you've got Hererinator, which literally just is a bomb, and then it dies next turn. So, yeah, that's... And then, like, everything else after that just kind of falls off or just doesn't feel as strong, which I really Like, again, I'm not trying to give him ideas or anything, but it just seems like everything at the top is so strong, and then everything kind of at the bottom is just like a little bit of a nothing burger. In my opinion, like Apex seems to be healthier right now, or I guess kind of the general meta, like the PvP meta, like seems a little healthier now, just because the Beckel nerfs. Oh right, I forgot about that. Does this even kill me? Like, what is this burger ass damage, bro? Yeah. I mean, if I were to like describe the healthiest meta, oh my god. I want to say legendary, but I'm trying to think, because legendary is kind of like a lot of the things in the top 5 to 8 can kind of kill each other. That's the thing. That's why I want to like lean towards legendary, just because everything can kind of kill each other. Whereas unique is just so oppressive. Okay. One of the things I hate about Mutodon is just such like a one and done creature. You come in, you daze and run, and you go, or you go for your rampage, use that, and then you daze and run. It's just it is not like Nikto, bro. At least Nikto can stay and contribute to the fight and actually keep going. Alright, this guy's kind of screwed. Swap an Ovenlophosaurus. Okay, I thought he was like Ovenlophomolok or something. Okay. I always get the names mixed up. Is there an actual like Ovenlophomolok? I feel like there is. I'm tripping. What is it? An epic? I think it's legendary. It's that green one. It's made from Oven. Oh, what is it? Oviraptor? No, Oviraptor is like the real dinosaur. Oh, what is it? And it's kind of leaving. It's the epic hybrid that goes into Ovenlophomolok. I forget what it's made of, but feel free to correct me down below. I know for a fact it's legendary. That much I know. Man. Okay. Can I kill it actually? That'd be kind of funny. He just DC. I think he did. Oh my god. It's sad. Oh my god, almost one-shotted as well. That's actually crazy. I think he dies like next turn just because he didn't go for like his distorted dominance. Yeah, fierce double strike. Nice, bro. Okay. So we're just feeding Ovenlof wins now. I really don't care. Get D-Rex out of here. I was surprised to see the amount of people defending D-Rex in my comments. Like, they were like, why didn't it make it your top 10 list? I mean, look, the reason why is literally because it not only does it get carried by its counterattack, but the general meta is far less forgiving to it than its own meta. Because D-Rex kind of rocks the shit out of its current meta. I mean, you could kind of argue that Monkey on Dactylus does it like to a way bigger extreme just because of its damn like turn cycling. But D-Rex is just really hard to put down in like a head-to-head sense. Monkey-On is just kind of like just never dies, whereas D-Rex you get the hope of killing it, but then it just never like dies as well. Weird thing. The meta, ooh, 53. I was saying the meta is just far less forgiving to D-Rex. I mean, there's so many creatures that can stack dodge, that can stack distraction, that can just one-shot it outright, gain ferocity. Like, it's a pretty defensive meta. And it's hugely retaliatory against D-Rex's most effective checks, so that's kind of where I was coming from. I mean, if we're ranking tier 5, D-Rex is absolutely like top 10. Alright, nice. Ovenlof got the win.